Here we have verse 2 of the 19th chapter of the Gospel of John. We're in the drama now of the humiliation that Jesus experiences, having been sentenced to die by Pilate. And we hear that Jesus has now been turned over, of course, to those who are going to be responsible for executing this crime against him. And verse 2 adds now to the description. So we have Kai, the connective, and hoi stratiotai, from stratiotes. It means a soldier. This is the plural. This is the nominative, plural masculine, along with the article here. So these soldiers, and then plegzontes. This is from the verb pleko, which means to braid something. So that's the idea, to braid it. This is a participle, of course, so it's the aorist active participle, denoting time preceding the time of the leading verb. It's the masculine plural nominative, referring back to the soldiers. So the soldiers, basically, the idea would be having plaited or having woven together. And then Stephanon, from Stephanos, it means a crown, but it was a crown in the sense of a laurel wreath, the kind of thing that was given to a person for successful athletic competition, that sort of thing. The name Stephen, of course, comes from that. So they make this laurel wreath, except it's not laurel at all. It's a crown of thorns, very famously associated with this whole event. So the soldiers having braided together a crown, and then Stephanos, eggs out of, takes the genitive. So here we have the genitive plural of the word akantha, which means thorn in the singular. Here it's the plural. Genitive plural, so having made a crown, a Stephanos, out of thorns, epitheken, this is from epitithemi, means to put something. Tithemi means to place or to put. Epi is on, so to place it on. This is a third person plural, aorist active indicative, so they placed it on, and then up front for emphasis, out to, of him. The genitive, singular masculine, te kaphele, from the word for head, kaphele. And so this is, they placed it on his head, and the out to up front makes it somewhat emphatic. Placed it on his head is to be somewhat emphasized here. Kai, the connective, hemation, this is the word for garment, it's a neuter noun, so the garment. And then, or just a garment, actually, there's no article here. Popharoon, from popharus, it's a word that means purple. It's an adjective, so a garment, a purple one, is the idea. It may be the one, of course, that was used in jest when Jesus appeared briefly in front of Herod earlier. John doesn't mention that, but we know of it from elsewhere. Periebalon. Peribalo would be to cast around, is the idea. So it's the idea of wrapping him around with this purple garment. This is the third person plural aorist active indicative. So they wrapped it around him, the direct object of the verb auton, masculine singular accusative referring to Jesus. So we have the ongoing humiliation associated with the events leading up to his crucifixion being described for us here.